There are people who go through life hearing encouraging phrases. You have leadership qualities. You're destined for greatness. You have a gift. Me? For over 50 years, I heard one sentence and one sentence only. You think this is funny? Not once, not twice, just consistently. Teachers, school principals, camp counselors, college deans, police officers, one rabbi, 4 various employers, and eventually, a woman I was legally married to, all asking the same question, like there was some government agency monitoring laughter. And the strange thing was, the first person who ever officially identified the problem was my 3rd grade teacher, Miss Higgins.
Do you think this is funny?
The answer, unfortunately, was complicated. By this point, Miss Higgins had already relocated me into what was essentially an educational demilitarized zone. The trouble that day involved birds, or more specifically, one bird. Now, maybe it was the eye, maybe it was the smile, maybe it was the fact that the thing looked less like wildlife and more like a bus driver named Frank, going through a divorce. Whatever it was, once I noticed it, I was finished. And the strange thing was, I genuinely liked Miss Higgins.
Young man.
I'm sorry, Miss Higgins.
Class. This is not a joke.
No, Miss Higgins. That face would eventually become one of the most valuable survival skills of my entire adult life. Years later, my mom told me, Miss Higgins once said, I never knew if he was laughing with me or laughing at me, which, looking back, explained quite a lot. By my high school sophomore year, the educational system and I had reached a kind of understanding, not a good understanding. More the sort of understanding a stand-up comedian has with an audience member determined to improve the act. Around this time, they placed me into geometry, which immediately struck me as suspicious because it was the first branch of mathematics that openly involved the alphabet. I didn't trust it.
Name, please.
Paul. Now, why I said Paul, I honestly couldn't tell you. I wasn't trying to deceive anyone. I had no long-term strategy. Maybe I was thinking about the Beatles. I don't know. It just came out of my mouth.
Name.
Ron. By the second day, a normal person would have stopped.
Name.
Steve.
Name.
Frank. By Friday, this had stopped being attendance.
What would you like me to call you?
All I had to do was tell the truth. Instead, 16 years of bad television suddenly took over, and I heard myself say, "You can call me later." And the second the words left my mouth, I immediately understood one thing. This had been a catastrophic error. Back then, our high school had a highly trained specialist for situations just like this. Vice Principal Maud Stockman, known to students simply as Maud the Broad. She had been handing out discipline for so long, I assumed she'd written the original rule book.
Do you think this is funny? Is this some kind of joke to you?
No, ma'am. By this point, the fake serious face I'd first used on Miss Higgins in 3rd grade had become second nature. After a while, I wasn't always sure whether I was using it or whether it was using me. By my second year at Ohio University, I had developed what I believed was a sophisticated educational strategy. Minimal effort combined with maximum explanation. Unfortunately for me, Professor William Miller taught creative screenwriting, and unlike many authority figures I had encountered up to this point, Miller had a dangerous quality. He paid attention. After class, Miller asked me to stay behind, which, in my educational experience, had never worked out well for me.
Your writing is weak.
And there it was. No educational pillow fluff whatsoever. Today, as an older man, I can admit something difficult. The man was absolutely right. So instead of saying, you know what, I should probably work harder, I launched into a full defense presentation that sounded like a screenplay written by someone desperately, avoiding the actual plot. I think I have writer's block. I've tried everything. Late night walks, music, nothing. I even smoked an incredible amount of pot, trying to stimulate the creative process. Again, nothing.
Do you think this is funny? You think this is some kind of joke?
Well, no.
Because what it sounds like is that you didn't do the assignment.
And this was upsetting for two reasons. First, he was absolutely correct. And second, after 15 uninterrupted minutes of artistic nonsense, he'd located the actual plot almost immediately. I started at Gray Advertising in 1977, 2 weeks after graduating from Ohio University. And now, I was commuting from my parents' house in New Jersey to my first real job, working in media planning and buying. Somehow, I'd gone from wearing old concert t-shirts to wearing a necktie. In Manhattan, the first thing I discovered was that everybody spoke a completely different language. Reach, frequency, GRPs. Nobody ever admitted they were confused, which immediately made me suspicious. My first real media planning meeting. Everybody looked extremely important, like civilization itself depended on selling another bottle of Tegrin medicated shampoo.
Research indicates working women are now one of America's fastest-growing consumer groups and are making more household purchasing decisions than ever before.
Personally, I found the statement confusing. My mother worked. My grandmother worked. Every woman I'd ever known worked. So, working women didn't sound new. It sounded like somebody forgot to finish the sentence. Who did everybody think was buying groceries before this? Conference room silence is its own language. It says, your career may have ended during the previous sentence.
Do you think this is funny? You think this is some kind of joke?
Well, no. That's when I learned something about corporate America. You're allowed to notice. Just don't say it out loud, which brings us back to the TSA checkpoint. And 50 years later, there I was again, still standing in lines, still being processed by authority figures, still attempting to appear appropriately serious in environments specifically designed to eliminate the human spirit.
Sir, is this your bag?
What's the concern? You think I'm going to give a hijacker a manicure?
Excuse me, sir. Do you think this is funny?
Because for the first time in my entire life, I finally realized something. The problem was never that I thought things were funny. The problem was that everybody else was desperately pretending they weren't. And then I just blurted it out. Actually, yeah, I think this is funny as hell. Anyway, that's how I ended up on the do not fly list and on a train to Chicago.
Kid, you gotta fix that face. Always grinning in the wrong place. The elders huddle and they frown, trying to keep my spirit down. The boss is yelling in my ear, spitting words of corporate fear. The suit is tight and fits me wrong, like some weary, lonesome songs. They keep building up these walls, thinking this has seen it all. I see a circus in a rain, but I can't help it. Everything is one big joke. The whole world's a highway. Laugh until I start to choke. I'm just laughing till I start to choke. Yeah, it is just a joke. 'Cause I can't help it. Everything is one big joke. The whole world's a highway. Laugh until I start to choke. I'm just laughing till I start to choke. Yeah, it is just a joke.